Subaru of America, under the leadership of Tom Dahl, is a business that made philanthropy a popular thing with automakers. Now many auto manufacturers are trying to match what has made Subaru a popular brand in America with millennials. Subaru's image is about all-wheel drive vehicles with a go-anywhere attitude, being outdoors, dependable, and a company that cares about dogs and environment issues. These values have helped propel the brand's marketing, especially with millennials, 18 to 35 years old. An article by the NY Times says Subaru of America, SOA, even has their own philanthropy and corporate responsibility manager. Her name is Sandy Coppale, and she also runs the Subaru of America Foundation. She tracks employees who volunteer, tallies their time and measures the impact of what they're doing. Coppale said, "We used to report hours and nothing else. After a while it loses impact. Now we're able to put a true impact on those hours." Employees and consumers want to feel like they're part of something bigger than themselves, and Subaru does a great job at this with things like cleaning up the environment. They just recently announced a pilot program at Grand Teton National Park making inroads with new composting waste removal efforts. The initiative will reduce the amount of visitor-generated waste that national parks send to the landfills. Millennials are paying attention. The NY Times article says a study on corporate social responsibility found that 65% of consumers check to see if a company's being authentic when it takes a stand on a social or environmental issue, and the number rises to 76% for millennials. It's not just coincidence. The two cars in Subaru's lineup exploding in sales are the new Impreza Compact and the 2018 Crosstrek crossover, both purchased in high numbers by millennials. Subaru of America has also done a great job with the highly successful Love marketing campaign. Alan Beth, Senior Vice President of Marketing at SOA, is a genius behind bringing the love Subaru owners have for their cars mainstream. It's millennials who are driving the brand's success on social media, showing pictures of their cars on Instagram. Subaru knows millennials are the most environmentally conscious demographic on the planet, and they are touting the fact SOA is making a positive impact in the world. Their products are manufactured in zero landfill production plants, and Subaru of Indiana Automotive, Incorporated is the only U.S. automobile production plant to be designated a backyard wildlife habitat by the National Wildlife Federation. The Subaru Love Promise, which is the company's vision to show love and respect to everyone, guides what they do and supports communities and their customers nationwide. It's having an impact, and the numbers don't lie. Millennials are purchasing the 2018 Subaru Crosstrek and Impreza in record numbers. The Subaru Crosstrek is all new this year with engine enhancements, design changes, and improved technologies that make it a more appealing entry-level crossover. There are loads of crossovers on the market these days, but the Crosstrek stands out for its combination of off-road capability, versatility, and affordable starting price. The Crosstrek shows off rugged styling that differentiates it from the rest of the pack, especially with colors like sunshine orange. Rather than the smooth curves typical of crossovers, the Crosstrek is bold with a more sculpted body. It looks ready to go off the beaten path. Many crossovers say they're the perfect vehicle for active lifestyles, but in practice they fall short. The Subaru Crosstrek delivers with an interior that's comfortable and attractive while still being durable enough to handle a little dirt and water. No high-end leathers or fancy suedes adorn this interior. Instead, there are cloth seats with leather trims available on the top end of the range. Seating is attractive and comfortable without being high maintenance. This year's Crosstrek has a longer wheelbase, which makes for a roomier cabin. There is plenty of space in the back seat for 2 adults, and 3 will be just fine on shorter drives. There's also an extra 1.1 inches of legroom to make it even more comfortable for taller folks. As for loading up cargo, 20.8 cubic feet of space are behind the 60/40 split folding rear seats. When the rear seats are folded down, this space increases to up to 55.3 cubic feet, which is 3.4 cubic feet more than the outgoing model. Loading heavy or bulky cargo is easy thanks to a low-load floor, wide rear opening, and tailgate that's easy to pull down with one arm. Adding to the vehicle's utility, 8.7 inches of ground clearance help to manage rugged terrain. The Crosstrek can truly off-road, making short work of loose gravel, sand, and uneven surfaces. It strikes a good balance between smooth, on-road cruising and off-road capability. Active torque vectoring is now a standard feature across the lineup, and there's an available X mode on select trims. These features work to provide better traction and control in rough conditions, whether you're off-roading or simply trying to manage a snow-covered highway on your daily commute. Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive is also standard on every Crosstrek, so you can drive with confidence even when road conditions are less than ideal. Although this is a crossover, the Crosstrek drives more like a sedan. Handling is surprisingly agile and responsive, even during high-speed highway driving. Steering is tight, which makes driving the Crosstrek less tiring, especially on longer road trips. Under the hood is a 2.0-liter four-cylinder boxer engine that now has direct fuel injection. This gives the Crosstrek 152 horsepower with 145 pound-feet of torque, marking a 4 horsepower increase over the outgoing model. That's not a huge leap, but the extra horsepower does make it a more responsive engine. It's no sports car, but it easily merges into highway traffic and delivers a nice burst of speed for passing other vehicles. A 6-speed manual transmission is standard with the option for a continuously variable automatic, which is standard on the top trim only. Our test car was the top Crosstrek 2.0i Limited with the CVT. These tend to be noisy transmissions, but Subaru did a good job insulating the passenger compartment, so the sound isn't intrusive, even under hard acceleration. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are now standard across the lineup, and there are numerous available safety technologies like the EyeSight system. It adds adaptive cruise control, pre-collision braking, lane departure and sway warning, and lane keep assist. Blind spot detection with rear cross-traffic alert, reverse automatic braking, and high beam assist are also available. The 2018 Subaru Crosstrek takes what was already a solid, off-road capable crossover and makes it an even more attractive package. Pricing is $21,795 for the base Crosstrek 2.0i, $22,595 for the 2.0i Premium, and $26,295 for the top 2.0i Limited.
Subaru is on the march as one of the hottest-selling brands in the automotive industry. Part of its success was the Crosstrek, an entry-level, compact crossover that brought a lot of adventurous outdoor types into showrooms. It wasn't without its faults, but the 2018 edition, based on the all-new Subaru Impreza, addresses almost all of them. It's kind of ridiculous for any automotive journalist to fly to a distant location, test drive a model for 6 hours and talk knowledgeably about how the car has improved. I've never owned a Crosstrek. I've never considered buying one. And I'm not really the target audience. So, I researched the XV Crosstrek forum and I joined the XV Crosstrek owners group on Facebook, and Car Talk shared the questions I asked of the owners on its Facebook page. In general, the owners' comments broke down into 4 categories. The outgoing Crosstrek has a 2.0-liter, normally aspirated 4-cylinder that's good for 148 horsepower, which it has featured since it was introduced in the United States in 2012 as a 2013 model. The general consensus among Crosstrek owners was the engine simply didn't provide enough power. While it offered decent fuel economy at 50 mph, once you cranked it up to legal highway speeds, fuel economy took a major hit. The numbers on the 2018 Crosstrek don't provide a lot of encouragement, with the same 154 horsepower, 145 pound-feet boxer 4 engine as the Impreza. It's an improvement, but it's not dramatic. Regardless of which Crosstrek trim you choose, this is the engine you'll get. You do have a choice of transmissions in the 2.0i and the 2.0i Premium trims, which offer a 6-speed manual or a CVT automatic transmission. Infotainment and Bluetooth connectivity. This might seem like a minor inconvenience, but as every manufacturer leans on technology, poor performance can lead to significant problems in owner satisfaction surveys. Crosstrek owners had problems with connecting to their devices and the sound quality of the hands-free phone operation in the car. On both fronts, the Crosstrek has improved considerably. I paired 3 Apple devices, my iPhone 5 SE, my driving partner's iPhone 4S and an Apple iPad mini, instantly, and the pairing procedure was intuitive and easy to navigate on the touch screen. To test the quality of the Bluetooth microphone, I had my driving partner drive unnumbered secondary roads at more than 50 mph while I made a call from the passenger seat. The voice activation is fair. However, the sound quality on the other end was reportedly clear and easy to understand at speed, even with me doing most of the talking from the passenger seat. The real answer to making the interior quiet is to build a stiff, solid structure. In every measure, the Crosstrek is stiffer, and it results in less noise and vibration inside the cabin. The number of pass-throughs for wires and cables from the passenger cabin to the engine bay were reduced, and the remaining openings were sealed more effectively. If there was a single, vital improvement made to this model, this was it. Even in the 2.0i Premium trim, the quietness of the interior was a dramatic leap forward. The 2.0i Limited featured leather seats with contrasting red stitching. The aesthetic improvement is nice, but the real test is how they feel after a few hours. I had no discomfort, and neither did my driving partner, after several hours on the road. We swapped out of the 2.0i Limited into a 2.0i Premium to not only sample the 6-speed manual, but to spend some time with the cloth seats. In a way, they're more comfortable than the leather seats are, especially in warmer temperatures. The cloth seats seem to be able to dissipate the heat more effectively than the leather seats did.